What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Tony's Picks Look Ahead show here with yours truly, Vegas Al. Gonna give you guys, this is probably the best episode yet on this thing. Tony's Picks Look Ahead show. We got gigantic amount of picks here for tomorrow. College basketball galore. I don't even know where to begin when it comes to all the picks I'll have tomorrow in college basketball. First big college basketball weekend in which I'm opening myself up. I don't know. I love the slate that much. I'll have NBA we'll talk about here. I'll have NHL we'll talk about here. And I'll talk about all of the NFL football for this upcoming weekend, the divisional round here in the NFL playoffs. I don't know what more you can ask for. This is probably, like I said, the best episode yet on this Tony's Picks Look Ahead show. Before we get into it, like and subscribe. Also, click the link in the description. Takes you right to the website here, Tony'sPicks.com, where all of our cappers and all of our best picks and content as well is there on the site, Tony'sPicks.com. Before we get into it again, one more time, like and subscribe. Every like, every subscription helps us get to that 100,000 subscriber goal that we have here as a channel. Soon but surely, we will get there. I'm trying to talk tonight, guys. Let's just get into these picks. I'll quit rambling. We got the first college basketball game of the day here. Kentucky, Tennessee. I'm going to have to be quick with some of these here because we got a lot of games to get into. At the end of the day, very concerned with how Kentucky's looked. I'll even go out and say it. I think the coach has maybe this year, next year, and he'll probably get the boots. Meanwhile, Rick Barnes and his squad still one of the better SEC teams. Obviously, Akpara down there in the paint is the main guy down there, and defensively, Tennessee can play with just about anybody. I get it; they didn't cover last time out there versus A&M, but I think again, Kentucky they struggled versus LSU last time out in the game, which I thought they'd run away with. I think there's big problems in Lexington. I have no problem laying the 6.5 here with those Tennessee Volunteers. All right, on to the next one here. Faded Butler last time out there versus Xavier. Not going to be scared about fading them here again. Butler, I could argue, is really just Michael Ajayi and Finley Bizjack and a bunch of nobodies. Seton Hall has taken massive steps forward in the right direction. Obviously covered backdoor-wise there against UConn last time out. Now we're having to lay something with Seton Hall. Don't get me wrong. It's a conference game. Points could be premium. I also like this total under. But again, giving you guys a side as well, I'd lean Seton Hall here in what I expect to be a 68-62 type game. I know they're laying 6, but I like Seton Hall here as the side, and I like the under here in this one. We got Notre Dame and Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech a little banged up, a couple guys out. Notre Dame, same thing. Burton is the main guy. Marcus Burton out for Notre Dame still. We will see if he'll play. Keep an eye on that. And then when you look here, Notre Dame just the most inconsistent team. We knew to fade them there last time out versus Miami. It's when they touch these upper echelon schools, it's hard to want to back them. I could say the same thing here about Va Tech. Obviously, Neo doing his thing here for the Hokies. I got no problem going with Virginia Tech here in this one. All right, a little two-teamer here in this one. I'm laying it with Ohio State, 5 points there. I'll lay it with them again. I think the better backcourt between Thornton and Mobley. Tilly is a nice matchup there versus Bill O'Dow, the big forward from Bildo there from UCLA. Should be a nice, interesting game. I expect plenty of offense in this one, over 148.5. Both these teams get up into the 80s. Two-teamer here, Ohio State, lay it, and the over in this one. Oh, wait, I got you guys another same-game parlay. Give me Alabama laying it here versus Oklahoma. And, of course, we know these two teams can get up and down, especially Oklahoma. This one opened up at 171 on the total and has only risen up to 174. So if you like the over in this Alabama-Oklahoma game, you need to get on it quick and get on it now. But again, Bama and the over. All right, we got an Ivy League matchup here in this one. Cornell plays Yale tough. Bottom line, even last year when I thought Yale was a little bit better of a squad, obviously they're not the same Yale, that had the Danny Wolfs, on this squad. I'd argue they've taken a step back size-wise as well. Still expect them to be right atop the Ivy League, but when it comes to laying 8.5 points against Cornell, who is like a top 5 3-point shooting team in the country, especially in attempts. They are not scared to jack up shots. We saw what they tried to do there against Michigan State. That game was well over the hundreds. High total here, one in the 170s, 178. This one, to me, instead of trying to touch it, I don't know, I'd like the over too, because Cornell's going to shoot this three. I think Cornell keeps it within the 8.5 points here versus Yale in this one. We got Iowa State and Cincy. Screw Cincy at the end of the day. Covered their last time out versus Colorado. When we were on the Colorado, the Cincinnati squad has some size here with Thiem and Baba Miller. I question if Iowa State is for real still. I know they won on the road against Purdue, but we'll get to Purdue in a second. Not the biggest of Iowa State fan. Again, we were on Kansas there in Allen Fieldhouse. That was kind of a little expected. This one, a lot easier place to play out there in Cincy. But I don't want to lay anything with Iowa State right now. I'm on those Cincinnati Bearcats here in this one. All right, another same game parlay here for you guys in Florida and Vandy. I'll be short and sweet. I'm on those Gators outright on the money line to give Vandy their second loss of the season. Maybe this Vandy team is not as good as we thought they were. The beneficiaries have a great, easy non-conference schedule. The second SEC play has gotten to fold off them things. Vandy hasn't looked as great. A total of 162.5. Both teams will definitely not be scared of run and gun. Obviously, what Golden here and Florida's crew will do with these bigs, Thomas Hall, Alex Condon, even Hang Logden coming off the bench here, Chinny Leyu, plenty of bigs on this Florida squad. They dominate the boards. And I think they're not scared to play fast, though, either. Xavier Lee and Boogie Flan go off and have themselves a good night. Give me the outright money line with those Florida Gators and an over 162.5 here in this one. Another game here I'm very interested in, Syracuse, Boston College. To me, it seems cheap, getting -6 here with Syracuse. Be very cautious. They can't hit a free throw here to save their life, these Syracuse Orange. But Boston College, no way we could want to back Boston College this year. Getting obliterated as 17-point dogs and can't cover that. So, yeah, I'll take Syracuse here in this one, short and sweet. I'm not going to be hopping on those Michigan Wolverines here, though. I get it. Still some pieces missing for Oregon, especially Shellstad. Nate Biddle is, 20,000 years old trying to play college basketball. But 19, this thing's getting up probably near 20. I get it. Michigan State was blowing everybody out. But as of late, since conference plays kicked off, they've been slacking a little bit. The Penn State game comes to mind. Obviously lost outright to Wisconsin. You could say a little bit of a bounce back spot for Michigan here, and they take their frustrations out on these Oregon Ducks. But I think Oregon at least fights, keeps this thing within 19. Got no problem taking all that value here with the Oregon Ducks in this one. But here's one I will lay. The -10 here with Arizona. Not going to overthink this one. Number one team in the land against a UCF school that, yeah, they can do some nice things here in the Big 12, but I still think Arizona head and shoulders above a lot of teams in the country, not just UCF. Forced to play this one, I'm laying it with those Arizona Wildcats. And I'd say the same sentiment here with Northwestern and Nebraska. I get it. Northwestern has the kid Martinelli back now in the fold of things. Nice little 6'7" Larry Bird type forward. Will jack those threes up. Really the only great three-point shooter on this Northwestern squad. Nebraska, on the other hand, loaded. One of the best teams they've had in quite a while. Feels like you're laying a short number here with them on the road, only 5 points. Again, they've done some big things already this year on the road. I got no problem going to those Cornhuskers. I know Sonny will like this one. Give me those Nebraska Cornhuskers here, minus the 5 in this one. And I told you guys, burn the Jordan brand off of those UNC logos if they lost that game to Stanford. And of course, they go out and lose outright. They couldn't even cover the minus 2.5. We got it, I believe, at 4. They should have covered minus 10 against Stanford. I don't give a crap what you guys say. I get it. Stanford's not a bad school this year, but still head and shoulders above them talent-wise. And, UNC out there on the West Coast now, I don't know how they're going to necessarily bounce back on this, road trip. I don't know. To me, I like Cal getting the now plus 6.5 at home. Give me those Cal Golden Bears in this one. South Carolina, Auburn. No way I'm on South Carolina in this one. Eli Ellis is a straight fraud. Sharv Jamitz as well is no way I can back the kid. He can't even make a 3-foot layup. Auburn in the meanwhile freaking bouncing back off that Missouri game. We were on Auburn in that one on the road. I think they bounced back big here against South Carolina, who struggled against SEC teams dating back to the last couple seasons. They've been on the bottom dwellers of this SEC conference. Auburn still head and shoulders above talent-wise. Obviously, Keyshawn here, big night out of him I'm expecting. Give me Auburn here in this one. We got Duke and Stanford. We just saw Stanford go toe-to-toe with UNC. No doubt about it. Duke knows all about that. I'll argue Coach Shire here, the better coach between the two here, between UNC and Duke. So I think Duke shows up a little bit better prepared here to handle this Stanford kid here, Okari here, put up like 30-something points here for Stanford. Duke's still too deep, still enough size on the perimeter to shut down this kid too from Stanford. Again, I get it. It's 9.5, and Duke has been covering many spreads, and they're not in Cameron. But give me Duke here on the West Coast to finish Stanford in this one. Lay it with those Duke Blue Devils. All right, we got a little military rivalry here in this one. Short and sweet. The worst of the schools here is Citadel, atrociously bad. Actually came off a win the other day, and looking ahead, got a loss after that. Looking ahead into this one, VMI at the end of the day, a little bit more size. I'd argue a little bit more talent on the roster. Again, I like VMI here laying it against Citadel. The numbers, what it is for a reason. Trust it. Give me VMI in this one. We got Louisville and Pitt. Pat Kelsey is a fraud. We said it last time out versus Virginia. I was flip-flopping on that game because of a Jakari White still on the injury report at the time. I don't know. To me, I don't want to lay anything with Louisville. I don't care who they're playing. 7.5 points to me seems like too much. I get it. Pitt is not great this year. Have been blown out a few times this year, but I still think too many points. They bite down at home on a Saturday. Gotta love taking those Pitt Panthers here in this one. Final college game I will talk about. Skipped all the way to the final one of the night. Gonzaga, Seattle in this one. Seattle's done a little bit of things here in this Big West Conference. Played Gonzaga a little better than normal as in the last couple years. I'm talking about last year at least. Gonzaga still handled them, though, and still way head and shoulders above everybody in this Big West Conference. They're going to roll right to an NCAA tournament automatic number 1 or 2 bid. Got no problem laying the 14 points from Gonzaga on this one. Maybe a little bit of an overplay as well because I'm expecting Gonzaga to get in the 90s. But at the end of the day, I'm on those Gonzaga Bulldogs in this one. All right, we got Flyers and Rangers here. I'm only going to discuss about 5 hockey games. We have a lot to get into here. Let me just pull this up here. Flyers and Rangers. 1 second. Get all my stuff. I'm seeing Flyers here minus 145 versus the struggling Rangers squad. Jonathan Quick expected in net. 22 goals allowed in his last 5 games. Urson for the Flyers, not much better. 18 goals here in his last 5 games. But New York, abysmal as of late. 5 straight losses. It's really hard to back them right now. I get it. The Rangers beat them outright earlier this year. 5-4 in a shootout. Another high-scoring affair. And, Rangers have played historically well versus the Flyers, 12-4 in their last 16 games played against the Flyers. But I got to go with current form. Believe the line. I get it. The Flyers are juiced. I'm seeing minus 145. But I think I got to lean these Philadelphia Flyers. I think you got to stick a fork in these Rangers. Maybe in the next couple spots we'll find a spot to back them. But right here, I think this is a Flyers one in this one. All right, we got Flames and Islanders in the next one. I'm expecting Sorokin and Cooley in goal here. 11 goals in the last 5 games allowed out of Sorokin, lights out. And then Cooley hasn't been too bad himself, only 13 goals allowed in the last 5 games. And what was surprising to me was Calgary in the last 10 head-to-head meetings being 8-2. Still no Bo Horvat for these Islanders. That's plenty of enough to me to get on these Calgary Flames here in this one. All right, we got Blue Jackets and Penguins here, zipping right on through all of these picks here. Blue Jackets here with Merzlikins here expected in goal. 19 goals allowed in the last 5 games. And yes, laugh. Stuart Skinner's in goal here for the Penguins. We all know him as the Oiler reject. But look how he's done here since, really last 5 games. But really he's played well since these Penguins have acquired him. Look, 7 goals in the last 5 games allowed. That's not bad at all. Little like 1.1 goal a game allowed out of Skinner. 4 straight games with just 1 goal allowed. Look how Colorado's been in their last – there's Colorado. Look how Columbus has been in their last 20 road games, 6-14 on the road in their last 20. Look how they've played against Pittsburgh in the last 20 meetings, 2-18. I get it. Blue Jackets are actually – I'm seeing the minus 130 favorite. Give me this plus money here with the Penguins, and let me double-check that because I thought that was that's interesting. Give me a second. Yeah, I read that wrong, guys. I knew it. I was like, wait a minute. Penguins are minus 130 favorite. That's what I thought because no way. With everything I just said, too. Penguins are the play here in this one. Don't get on those Blue Jackets tomorrow. That's all I got to say. All right, we got Kings and Ducks in the final hockey game I'll talk about. Obviously, there's plenty of hockey on this Saturday slate. Tune into the morning show tomorrow. We will cover all of it. Just had to give you a brief talk about some of these games here. LA Kings and the Ducks here in this one. Let me see here. Kemper expected and Dostal. Kemper 16 goals in his last 5 games. He's allowed. That's over 3 a game. And then Dostal around the same, 14 goals in his last 5 games. Ducks still struggling. I know they just snapped the 9-game losing streak, but it's just 1 win. I'm not in the rush to start betting on them until they get on maybe a couple of wins here. Kings have dominated the history. Last 10 games head-to-head are still 7-3. Let me check the line here on this one because, again, these things are starting to matriculate a little bit. The Kings here, minus 115. I had it at minus 105. But I still like the Kings here in this one to get it done. Check your goalie here in this one because now I'm seeing Husso could be expecting in net for those Ducks. Not much changes still like those Kings, but again, if you're into that type of thing, check those goalies there before you place your bets in the morning. All right, guys, right on into the NBA. We got Mavericks. We got Jazz. Should be a good one here. These teams, it feels like if they played 15 times this year, like every other day, the Mavericks and Jazz are playing each other. Or am I just crazy? I don't know. Anyways, Mavericks laying the 4 points here. There's some question marks on the Mavs roster here, though. Gafford, Flag, PJ Washington, all game time decisions tomorrow. Really, Jazz are just without Markkanen. So keep an eye out on that. I still like this backcourt, especially if Walter Clayton can start getting more minutes. But Keontae George is a nice piece. 8 straight losses for Utah, these Utah Jazz. 8 straight losses in Dallas. I expect that to start going the other way at some point. Does that mean it's going to be right here? I don't know, but I like getting the Jazz plus the 4, even without Markkanen. Obviously, we're probably banking on Gafford, Flag, and PJ Washington not playing. So again, this is one you might want to wait, but you also might want to put in Jazz +4 now, because if those people aren't announced as playing, I expect the line to move away from that +4, maybe to a +2. But again, wait and see a little bit. I don't know. I've already kind of placed a little bit on the Jazz, put it that way. I just think they snapped this losing streak in Dallas, and the injury concerns I have out of the Mavs is enough to get me on those Utah Jazz. All right, we got Hawks and Celtics. Immediately thought about taking the points here with the Hawks, especially at home. But I like the Celtics here in this spot, especially because after looking at the injury report, we're really just Dyson Daniels I'm seeing as a game-time decision. Porzingis and Risha Sher will be out. Those aren't two big pieces that, the Hawks can't do without. Even Dyson Daniels, it's nice to have the length with him in the lineup and the flexibility he brings. But I don't know. Hawks really just probably going to be missing Josh Minot, and Peyton Pritchard is game time listed as doubtful here with his ankle injury. Still think way too many pieces on this Celtics team, at least guard-wise. Anthony Simmons just dropped 39 the other night. If they could get him going along with Derek White, Jaylen Brown's almost scoring 30 points per game this year, has really stepped up, obviously, without Tatum being in the lineup this year. Hawks 1-7 in their last 8 games versus the Eastern Conference, and they're currently on a 5-11 run in their last 16 games. Got no problem laying the short number here with those Boston Celtics. All right, we got Pacers and Pistons. I'll be short and sweet with this one. Taking the points with the Pacers +12.5, I'm seeing. I get it. The Pistons have been a juggernaut as of late, ATS-wise, even though they didn't cover there versus the Suns. That was a tough game, again, with all the injury news in that one. A little bit of injury news in this one as well. Cade Cunningham, Asor Thompson are listed as probable, but still listed as game-time decisions, so keep an eye on their status. And when you look at the Pacers, you got Benedict Mathurin, Jackson, Toppin, all listed as out tomorrow. Doesn't really scare me. This Pacers team, at least to keep it within 12 points, enough pieces. TJ McConnell, Nembhard, obviously Siakam is still on this team doing his thing. Somebody's going to score 20 points a night, and it will be Siakam on this Pacers team. I get it, 12.5. Pistons have covered some of these numbers this year. But look at the Pacers in their last 5 meetings head-to-head versus Detroit. Some of this, I get it, is this Halliburton-led Pacers squad, but 4-1 to the number versus Detroit. 12.5 points seems like enough to me to get on those Indiana Pacers. We got Knicks and Suns here in this one. Those New York Knicks I'm seeing are 3-point favorites at home here. Brunson is still ankle game time decision. I don't know if he'll play in this one. Just keep that in mind. Suns are on a 7-1 ATS run. Look at how they've played in Madison Square Garden. In the last 15 occasions in Madison Square Garden, these Phoenix Suns are 11-4 to the number. And you're catching 3 points with this Suns team, who's deep as well, with Gillespie, Booker, Iguodala, Nick Richards. Plenty of pieces I like here on this Sun squad. Doing some pretty solid things, makeshifting this roster up, and they may make a push here for a playoff run. These Phoenix Suns. Give me the points here with Phoenix in this one. We got Thunder Heat here in this one. Thunder laying 8.5, total 234.5. I'm seeing OKC having Hartenstein and Topic still out. For Miami, we have a couple of guys now. Jamie Jaquez, Tyler Hero, Davion Mitchell, all will be game time decision or out tomorrow. So, again, check these guys' statuses in the morning before you place your bets tomorrow. But, looking at this one right now, it's looking like a Thunder spot. OKC's 5 straight wins in Miami. Let's start there. So they dominate South Beach. OKC's also 7-1 to the number in Miami last 8 games, dominating in South Beach. I could argue the win here that they had against the Spurs, where they covered as well, has really gotten the ball rolling again for these Thunder. Are they going to go and break this all-time record anymore? Probably not, with the 7 losses, but still a very, very elite NBA basketball team looking to go back-to-back. I have no problem laying it again with the Thunder. We've been laying it the past couple times here against the Spurs, against the Rockets. Yep, we'll go right back to them here against those Miami Heat. Give me the OKC Thunder in this one. All right, final NBA game we will talk about here, Lakers and Trailblazers here in this one. Boy, oh boy, a host of Lakers now on the injury report. Let me get into it. Ayton, Luka, and Jackson Hayes all listed as game time now. A host of Trailblazers on the injury report as well. Scoot Henderson, Matisse Thybulle, Jeremy Grant, Drew Holiday, Denny Avdija is even on the game time decision list here. Starting to actually lean Lakers. I was looking Blazers' way, but this news with all these plate pieces out, I just don't know who's going to be the guy. Is it going to be LeBron getting all the shots? Is this a triple-double spot for LeBron maybe, or a 40-point night out of LeBron at however old he is? I think that's what it would take. This might be a prop game. Touch LeBron's over in his points. Again, check his status too. He's always late adding. He's always a late add to the injury report, especially when Luka's on that thing too. Tough game to want to call. I kind of even lean in the Lakers if the injury reports stay as is. So that's how I feel about that one. Don't worry, guys. I didn't forget about the NFL football action we have this weekend. Are you guys not pumped up for it? Win or go home, always the best. You guys know this. Bills, Broncos, a rematch of last year's AFC wildcard game, which the Bills dominated that game 31-7. 4 straight road wins for this Buffalo Bills team have been playing very well as of late. Just got done beating Jacksonville. If we remember, quite frankly, Jacksonville handled those Denver Broncos. That's the little NFL math that don't always translate to cash and tickets, but I think it will here. I think the Bills use this run game, still number one pass defense, and also a defense built to defend the pass. Bo Nix, 6.4 yards per pass attempt. That ranks 29th in the NFL. Sean Payton still very much dink and dunk offense. I think that plays right into the Bills' hands. Again, also forcing turnovers at a top 5 rate in the league, this Buffalo Bills squad. Still not there yet on Bo Nix. Nice little young quarterback to have and keep building towards the future with him. You're talking a couple years from now, if this still continues, you're going to think time's running out on this kid, Bo Nix. But I think he still has a couple years of time, you get me, before getting really ridiculed. Give me the Bills here. I just think they're the better team. I think Josh Allen, this is his time to win a Super Bowl. I think it's wide open for them. Obviously, this Broncos defense has been elite all year. But if there's a quarterback that can negate some of the things Denver does, especially James Cook, too, in the backfield, over 1,600 yards rushing. And then a lot of people make a big deal about Bills' wide receivers. All I know is Josh Allen is 8.4 yards per pass attempt. That's 3rd in the NFL. This Bills offense has been pretty solid all year long. It was actually the defense that gave us some head-scratching moments. Again, I love the Bills here on the road, getting it done in Mile High. That's all I have to say about that one. And that's the only side I'm going to give you. The rest of these, I'll be giving out totals. I have sides on the site. Again, link in the description. I gave you guys a freemium. Bills Mafia continues to get it done for us. But we got 49ers and Seahawks. If you're an avid fan of this Tony's Picks channel, you know who I've already given out as a side in this one. But again, this one, a defensive game I'm expecting. 17-13, 13-3 are the two scores of these two meetings head-to-head this year. Fred Warner not coming back for the 49ers. That's a big deal to me. Even though Eric Kendricks and what's this kid's name? Winters. D. Winters have really stepped up for this 49ers linebacking unit. We know the Seattle defense is legit. Their front is legit. Byron Murphy comes to mind, the defensive tackle there for Seahawks. 7 sacks this year. Obviously, DeMarcus Lawrence, plenty of pieces on the Seahawks defense. And I think We're looking at an under again here. Tough sledding, both teams offensively. Also, both quarterbacks a little turnover prone. 11 fumbles out of Darnold this year is way too much. 14 interceptions as well. Head scratching, if you ask me. Yeah, but I have a side bet on this one on the site. Again, link in the description, and I will also show you some of the packages I have at the end of the show. But again, 49ers Seahawks under the 45.5 in this one. We got Texans and Patriots here. I'll be short and I'll be sweet. Texans and Patriots, two defensive teams as well. And still, I'm going to say two young quarterbacks, especially the way Stroud played last week. He plays like that again, no doubt about it. Patriots will walk away with this one very easily. I don't expect him to, though. I expect him to hold on to the ball and take these sacks. It's better than, giving teams field position like that 10, 20 yards away from their own end zone, fumbling it in your own territory. Punt's better than a turnover. Always end the drive with a kick. We know this. This is quarterback mantra. I don't know. To me, not impressed with the Patriots' schedule this year. I mean, they had a last place schedule and were benefiting all year long from it. Let's just be short and sweet. The Jets twice, the Giants, the Dolphins, just in that little last 7-game stretch of the final games of the year here. 16 points versus the Chargers last time out. I think this is an under game here. Defenses show out here in this one. Both quarterbacks are throwing an interception, maybe. Yes, I like that a lot as well in this one. All right, Rams, Bears. Obviously, those Bears got it done for us last week. That was an amazing game. One I won't forget, that comeback victory there versus those Packers, an 18 ritual for number 18, Caleb Williams. I remember the Colts versus Patriots 2006 AFC Championship game when Manning was down 21-3 and came back, did his little 18 ritual. Maybe the same sort of luck is in Caleb Williams' side. I don't know. This is the 40-year anniversary of those 85 Bears. Those 85 Bears did shut out the Rams in the playoffs that season. No Eric Dickerson here on the Rams squad, though. Kyren Williams, still a very good running back on this LA Rams squad. Obviously, LA Rams, number 1 ranked offense in all of football. Matt Stafford, 46 touchdown passes this year. My case for an MVP, or at least who I think should be the MVP this year. I get it didn't look good last week versus the Panthers, only a 34-31 win, but that was a high-scoring affair. Bears were just in a high-scoring affair last week as well. Can't trust the Bears defense, and I'm not in love with the Rams defense either. We got two hot-shot California quarterbacks. Well, yeah, California quarterback. Stafford's a California kid. I always think of him as a Georgia guy. But yes, two hotshot quarterbacks. I get the freaking wind and the weather is going to be ugly in this one. Don't let it scare you away from touching this over 49.5. Plenty of offense in this one. Again, if you guys want a side, link in the description. I have all 4 games, all 4 sides. I gave you guys one of them here right now because I love you guys. But that's all the games for this weekend, at least for Saturday. And then I gave you guys the NFLers. Who's pumped for this weekend? I am. Just leave it at that. There's all the picks for you guys. Let's head up and check out these comments. What'd you take in Gators and Vandy? We're on those Gators. Come on, Wesk. This one you shouldn't have to think too hard about this one, especially the way Vandy's looked, man. Come on. We're on those Gators, Wesk. I like the over as well. Tell me that's not going to be a track meet in that one. Jorge had to come on and let me know about those Kings. Oh, let me see. What was the final score in this one? He wouldn't come on here unless they covered. So let me see. Gosh. Yep, they covered. They won by 13. Golf clap for you, Jorge. Golf clap for you. I'm not laying nothing with the Kings consistently. Let's see who the Kings play next, actually. Let me start predicting. This is the look ahead show, so we'll give you guys something here. They play the Blazers next at home, and the Blazers are on an injury death situation right now. They might be favored again. Jorge. Let's see what you do next time out, huh? Are you going to post about the Georgia Tech game, NC State game? What, 16.5-point spread in that one? Georgia Tech's been abysmal this year. Only way I can look is Georgia Tech, though, in that one because I like getting kicked in the nuts. Way too many points. I get it. Will Wade's brought in his whole crew. NC State had a lot of hype coming into this year. So far, haven't lived up to it. Could they blow out Georgia Tech? Of course. Georgia Tech is awful. Forced to play. I'm on the 16.5, though, with those geez, I can't even think of Georgia Tech's mascot right now. The Bees or whatever the hell they are. Yellow Jackets, Georgia Tech. Give me Georgia Tech here, plus a 16.5. What you on Spurs and Timberwolves? That one more than likely we'll have up on the site, but I'll give it to you guys here for free. I think it's a 3-game and 4-night spot for the T-Wolves. Still no Ant Edwards. Unfortunately, Stephon Castle and Devin Vassell possibly might not play for the Spurs. Still plenty of pieces on that squad. As long as we don't have a Jaden McDaniels or a Bones Highland go off for 20-something points, Spurs should walk away with that one. I'm leaning the Spurs there in that one. That was for Sani Astrodis. Let me try it. Sani Astroder. I can't even say that one. Sorry, dude. We got Sonny in the chat. He disappeared on me for a little bit. I'm thinking Josh Allen going to do his thing. I'm also leaning Pats and Rams. Not sure on Niners. Might take them points. Boy, oh boy. Read those write-ups for tomorrow, guys. Read those write-ups. I will have all the information. Win or lose, too. Read my write-ups. You still might learn something, more trends to catch for next time, next future bets here. It was actually a brutal day today, guys. I didn't win a bet. I went 0-4 today. 4-5. 4 wins, 5 losses yesterday. 5 wins, 4 losses the day before. Went 9 plays. 9 plays, lowered it to 4. We lose all of them. Lost, took the Panthers. That's all I have to say. Last I checked, there was 9 goals scored on them. What? And then Creighton. That was Shark Chaser special. And as soon as I bet it, I had a sick feeling in my stomach. That's all I got to say. So, yeah, Creighton didn't go our way. And the one that was ugly was the 76ers. Up at half, in a back-to-back like revenge situation. Cavaliers, a couple guys were out. I don't know about a do-not-bet list. You guys know I don't believe in a do-not-bet list. But, boy, oh, boy, those Sixers are starting to get near the don't touch with a 10-foot pole. I would argue the Wizards are that. Do not touch the Wizards ever. We're waiting on when Trae Young has his debut. Touch the Wizards on the money line when that happens, and then they'll lose every game after Trae Young's debut. But that's looking like all-star break time frame. So that's all I have to say, guys. That's the show. Let me actually show you guys what I'm talking about. It was an ugly night. 0-4. 1 second here. We were not on the Wizards premium-wise. Put it that way. Also, a ton of picks I'll have tomorrow. We're currently on a 3-7 run. Not happy about it. Again, when you go 0-4, 4-5, 4-5, or 5-4, excuse me. What was it today? Yep, Sixers killed us. Panthers killed us. Creighton killed us. And then even my soccer play killed us. Oh, yeah, Knicks at plus 3.5. You took a bad number because you got Jalen Brunson. That happens. And then the Maple Leafs losing the other night after being up 4-2. Are you guys really going to pick on me for losing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 5 games in a row here. Are you guys going to – actually, it's 6 games in a row. Yeah, 6 games in a row. Are you guys going to pick on me about it when one of them is a BS injury news? We're putting our bets in overnight, guys. So you can chastise me all you want, but I'm not like some of the cappers on this channel that wait till 3 p.m. To put a pick in, and it's impossible to sell that to anybody. Just a word of thought. Maple Leafs, again, you're going to pick on me for the Maple Leafs? Really? That's not very nice. I can get over Creighton. I can get over the Panthers. Those I was dead wrong about. But Philadelphia 76ers. You're going to get mad at me about that one as well. That was a back-to-back revenge spot. I'm sorry. And ugly. And you can get mad at me about Espanyol trying to touch some soccer. But again, 3 out of those 6 losses I have an excuse for. An actual legit excuse. Pick on me all you want. That's all I got to say. Look at what I'll have, though. Actually, I'll show you guys. NBA 20-14 in 2026. Still in the last 30 days, a massive run. Look at the NFL so far, 4-1 in the month of January here starting off. Not bad. Hockey is, hockey's been trash lately. 11-11 since the start of the new year. We got Saturday AFC divisional best bet, Bills and Broncos. We got Saturday NFC divisional best bet, 49ers and Seahawks here. I went undefeated last week, by the way, guys. Bills, Bears, and Texans. All 3 of those cashed last week. We got Sunday's games. I have my Saturday NHL one-timer play of the day. And then I also have my NBA easy bucket for Saturday as well, my best bet. But check out how many college basketballs I put in for you guys. I can't put them all in a pack. I touched about 10 or 12 different college basketball games, maybe even more. 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 college basketball games are up for tomorrow. Virginia, SMU, Chattanooga, Western Carolina, UCLA, Ohio State, East Tennessee State, Samford, Florida, and Vandy. Fairfield, Marist, South Dakota State, or South Dakota, North Dakota. I mean, look at these games. I have all up there for you guys. So, again, scoop them up on the site. We're about to go on a massive run, get back on this leaderboard is all I got to say, and put some money in our pockets, the most important thing. But thank you guys for tuning in. You guys have a wonderful night. God bless. Peace.